Welcome back to KMOT First News at 10. Minot headed to Williston tonight for a pair of games with the Coyotes. The girls' JV squad faced off with Williston, while the boys' full varsity looked to bounce back after their first loss of the season Friday night at Bismarck. We head to Williston, the boys' game first. Coyotes are hot. Jaden Wilson drives. The fall away is good for the junior. Coyotes got hot early on here. And then we have Isaiah St. Romain finding him. He lets the three ball fly. Great form there. St. Romain playing on bad ankle doesn't stop the All-Stater. Steal it coast to coast is good. Now Minot would finally wake up on the John Cole gym floor. Here's Eric Winchesky. He lets fly for a 3 for the Magi. And then he drives the middle and is going to score once again. See right here, he gets the nothing but net. Meanwhile, Grayson Schaefer, no good rebound though. Braden Nelson with the putback is good. Minot would eventually get a pull away. They get a scare on the road here from Williston, but they get the win. Hey, maybe a wake-up call for the Magicians as they get ready for the home stretch. They head to West Fargo on Friday. The Minot girls game was up as well. We got Eve Knutson inside and up and in for Minot. Some of their main varsity players didn't play. This was JV. Minot on the break. They find her wide open, and she's going to nail it once again for the 3. Meanwhile, Williston's Micaiah Fleck for the Coyotes getting better and better. Drives and scores. Pretty move there. And then Elizabeth Milne drives off the glass and in. Minot girls win this one big. The full varsity squad now heads to Dickinson for a road matchup on Friday. In Class B, the Bishop Ryan Lions playing host to the Kenmare Bowbells Honkers tonight. Ryan came into the night ranked 4th in the B with only 1 loss on the year. Could they defend the Lions' den? We pick up the action in the 3rd quarter. Honkers with the ball. Some good ball movement here. It's TJ Lucy who's going to hit the 3. And then moments later, this shot is partially blocked. Jet Lundeen showing his quarterback arm and court vision. He finds Maxon Sheehan, who gets around his defender for the 2. Later, Lions back with the ball. Hayden C. drives and kicks it out to Sheehan, who's going to drain the 3 of his own. Like the props there to Hayden for the dime. Honkers trying to hang with it. Here's Jack Zimmer hitting the pull-up 3. I think it was just going to be too much Lions tonight, though. Hey, the ball bounces off the camera. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play. Too much Lions, though. Jet Lundeen here with the cross-court pass to Sheehan, who hits yet another 3. They were hot tonight. Lions pull away for the win. Bishop Ryan hosts West Hope Newburgh Friday. Kenmare Bowbells hosting Trinity Christian the same night. The San Francisco 49ers and Kansas City Chiefs will be facing off in the Super Bowl next weekend. We have a connection to the big game. And no, I'm not talking about Taylor Swift. Sebastian Gutierrez played offensive tackle for Minot State and is currently on the 49ers practice squad. A native of Pasco, Washington, he was signed by the Denver Broncos shortly after the 2022 NFL Draft as an unrestricted free agent. Since then, he's had stints with the Patriots, Raiders, and Chiefs, and even saw some playing time with the Raiders in 2022. We'll follow up with Sebastian after the Super Bowl on his experience. Very exciting. Good luck to him. Minot State men's basketball fell a few spots in the national rankings, but remains in the top 25. The Beavers are now ranked number 19 in the latest Division II top 25. That's now the 3rd straight week that Minot State has been nationally ranked. The Beavers were upset by Augustana on Thursday, but bounced back over the weekend against Wayne State. The men's and women's teams face Bemidji State Thursday at the MSU Dome. A lot of great basketball action over the next few days. A lot of great hockey games as well. We'll bring you all the coverage. That's all we have in